quick. So people have already lost their minds already. By the way, Nick has decided to accept my invite to come over on Thursday, not next Thursday, whenever the Thursday is for Thanksgiving. And we're going to be doing the drunken broadcast for everyone here. So it's going to be 3 drinks and FileMaker, which means that we're going to have to do something to kind of take care of it. So Nick is on screen. Yeah, Nick is on screen. You guys see? You see? Real quick, so today, let's talk about the upcoming schedule. If you want to know what's going on in the world of FM training, here it is right here. I'm going to go ahead. This is an old, it's not been updated. I'm going to go ahead and refresh here. And we're on the live training tab right here. And come down here to say that today is how to wreck your solution or wreck your broadcast by drinking and coding at the same time. I can tell you that it's FileMaker's a lot more fun if you're buzzed coding, but the reality is that the code quality is not as good as you think it is. When you're like the next day when you look at it, you're like, shit, I swore this worked, and now it doesn't work anymore. So buzzed coding is not safe to do. Tomorrow's Deadbird Friday. I may or may not have to be there, but I got Jacob Taylor lined up for sure. I'm trying to line up some people to answer questions tomorrow. I might get Nick to answer some questions tomorrow. It's kind of an open question day because we had all the server stuff from this week.
So welcome everybody. So thank you for being here today. I appreciate that. So today we are going to do something unusual. And I'm going to tell you where you can break things in FileMaker and how you can break things with FileMaker and how you can prevent the breakage to get something like bulletproof. Okay, so it's not that difficult. So what is important to know is what can be broken. So that is important. So let's start with the most obvious things. Okay, so let's say I have I have a relationship here. Okay, so to start, when you rename a table, and you have everything from scratch, that means everything is connected together. That means you have a table, and you have fields, and you have relationship, and the occurrence here has the exact name as the table. Okay, I'm not going to explain here that we have tables and then we have occurrences. We can have multiple occurrences that point to the same table. Okay, but let's say you have one that is exactly the same name as the table, right? And you rename the table. Let's say I want to rename contact to contact new. Okay, I change the name. My relationship here changed as well. Okay. So that doesn't break. Okay, so you have those following. Okay, it's easy to follow. Okay, and if I duplicate this, right, and I change back the contact new, I put contact back, this was changed, and this was changed as well, and I remove the new. I don't know if you noticed that. So let's do it again. I call this one contacts new. I duplicate this. Now it's contact new 2. Now I rename this. I remove the new, and he removes the new here from even if the name doesn't match. Why? It's because one part of it, the beginning of the name matches. If I change this, I put something here. And I put something here and I rename it again, it won't work anymore because I changed the beginning of the name. So it doesn't have a way anymore to connect those two because it connects only the first word. Okay. So those are kind of tricky things that nobody knows, but now at least that if you have the first word match the first word of the table, that changes here. So then you're not surprised. I say, oh, what happened here? My table name, my occurrence, doesn't have the same name, right? So this is important. So this is the first thing that you can break. If you rename fields, nothing really break. I mean, let's say here I want to do a relationship between account and contacts. Okay, so let's put it that way. I want the relationship between account and contacts. So I'm putting in contact, I'm putting the ID contact, okay, here. Creator, yeah, the field ID contact, and sorry, IDF, sorry, no, ID foreign key for account, okay, foreign key for account, and I'm going to account, and I create the parent key for account, okay. So now I have two fields that I can use, okay. So now I want this to be linked to this one, okay. See the relationship here, but between those two, okay. So if I rename the fields, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can rename the field, remove this, and do whatever I want. I can even rename the entire field. I change the name of the field. It will change the name in the relationship. There's no problem here. It won't break. Okay, it won't. Uh, and so, and the same for the foreign key. I mean, that will never break. What will break if you do something like this is this. If you put back the name uh, of the field, okay, and then you have, okay, here you let's say you have a account name, right? And here, no, sorry, contact name, and here you have a lookup. Then you say you from account, you go to contact, and you want the last name, for example, for the contact name, last name. Okay, you have a lookup here, right? So what will happen to the lookup? So let's validate this. What happened in the lookup if I destroy this, right? I just kill the link. Well, in my table account, this is broken. So there's no problem here. You won't have any errors and stuff like that. But and there's no way to get it back. I mean, it's not because you just put it back that it will magically come back. Here. Oh yeah, it does. But if I delete it and I validate and I go back, I don't think it will. Otherwise, that's something new in the last. I mean, I don't know how many version of FileMaker, but he wasn't doing that long time ago. He wasn't doing that. I didn't check that for a long time, to be honest with you. Yeah, it goes. It's still working. So So if you relink it with the same context, that work. But if you change the name of this, I don't think that will work anymore. Let me see. So see, it's not that easy to break. Yeah, it does. So it's kind of it's kind of FileMaker is kind of resistant here. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting to be to cut the thing, but not. So, but that is because I was linking to the same. Now, if I go to projects and if I go to project and I copy the same thing here and I say I want to link to project, I keep this, I delete this and I do the same here. I don't think that will work for the lookup anymore. Let's see. No. See, because I'm not in the same table. So you need to be on the same table and the same field. You know what I mean? So if you break and you reconnect exactly like it was before, it will the lookup are not going to be broken. Okay, so so this is kind of everything that happened here in the manage kind of a database is kind of rock solid. Just prove it to you. Um, it's it's not is not fragile. If you use FileMaker in a basic way, or let's say medium basic way, okay, you're not going to break anything. Like for example, this um, this layout here is tied to the record showing from the contact table. Okay, if I rename the contact here, if I rename this, it will follow. It will still working, and it rename even the layouts. You don't know if you noticed, it renamed the layout. Each time you have the first name, the first word of the layout name. Okay, the beginning of the layout name matches the beginning of the table of the occurrence, and inside the occurrence, the beginning of this matches the table name. Okay, so you get everything get reflowed kind of automatically. See, you rename even the layout because the layout is recognized. The name of the layout is recognized from the managed database. So if I change it again, if I change this back, you will see that the layout will be back renamed. So it's not more important to know that is broken or not, but it's important for you to know why sometimes your layout name changed, right? Why suddenly my layout name changed because of this, right? The same with the label, the field label. Let's say I go here and I change the name of the fields. I say first name and I said last name. I do changes like this, right? And I do changes like this. And what happened here? He renamed also the labels. Okay, so that can be dangerous also because when the field name matches exactly the name of the field. If I'm doing this, if I do this, for example, now this here will never change. If I put it back, if I change the last name, I put last name, you will see it's broken because the name doesn't match anymore. The thing, see, it doesn't change because the name of the field of the label here, the name of this block here doesn't match the name of the field anymore. If I put now, I do that again, I put exactly that matching this, okay, and I go to here and I rename it. See, now it's back. No, it's not because it's broken. So you need to remove this tail to create the label again. And now you have between this block text and this, you have the link again. So let me explain again. This is important. Let's say you have a label. You create the labels and stuff like that. So now you rename this, you rename the fields, okay? And both labels change automatically, which means if you have those two fields in many layouts, they will change in all layouts, which could be a big good an advantage. Okay, an advantage because you can rename a field and you get the label renamed all across the file if you have the connection between. So now let's say I'm breaking this. I want to break this one and I do this. It's broken. Okay, so it's broken, and I do change again those two. Okay, I change again those two names. Okay, oops, two names. You will see this one changed, but not this one because it is broken. And even though I type manually last name, okay, so now it matches. The name matches, but it won't change the name anymore because the linkage between is not a label anymore. It's a text block. It changes. So it's very weird though because he wasn't doing that before. Uh, or because I had the name of yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. So anyway, if you feel that this broken doesn't is no longer matching, is no longer what's the name connected to the field name is not. So what you do, you remove it and you ask it again to create the label, right? See what I've done? You remove this and then you ask it again to create the label, right? So then you reconnect it automatically. Okay, so that's another thing. When this is broken, and it can get broken. It's I just did it before, so it can break if the relationship between those two is broken. Then you can reconnect by just saying this, this credible, and you say credible. That will reconnect the both fields. So I always shoot the medium basic way. Okay, but then you have spaces into your name. I hate spaces. Okay, yeah, but whatever. Um, okay, so now those are pretty much things very easily to to keep up, to reconnect and stuff like buttons, for example. When you have a button and you want to assign a script, right? You assign a script here, and it's easy. The script is attached to it. Even if you rename the scripts, even if you rename the script here, it won't get broken. The link is not going to be broken. You can rename it. The thing will still work. Okay. So and it still connect to the layout, to the script. See, it's connected to the script. All of this is very difficult to break. Unless you delete the script. Okay. And if you delete the script, let's say I copy the script, okay? I delete it, delete, okay? So now the button is broken, unknown, and I put it back, it's not connected, okay? It's not because you copy, you cannot go to another file and or you back up, copy the button, you know what I mean? Copy the script back here, it won't reconnect. No, you need to, or you know what I mean? Reconnect the button as well. So you need to reconnect the button. So you need to know if you delete, and that's the problem also. Let's say I have this connected here, okay? I have this connected here to this. So now it's working. Is connected to the script, right? And I delete this script. Delete. He said, permanently delete this one script. The change cannot be reverted. You delete, you have absolutely no warning. Oh yeah, by the way, this field, this script was used in this table or this in this layout. Well, no, you don't have any warning. Okay, so and now your button is broken. The script cannot be found or has been deleted. That's it. And if you put it back, still not working. Okay, so this is how you can break things. So now. Okay, so far so good. I mean, everybody knows that. It's. I was just going to, burst the open doors, like we say. Now things start to be hairy when you use FileMaker is in a most, let's say, medium advanced way. Okay. So, for example, when you start using things like this guy. When you start using, you have a script, and you start using set field by name. Here, you start to be a little bit more nervous, okay? Because here things can be very, very, broken. So let's say you want. Okay, to set field the name, you want to set field the name status, that the name of the field, contact status, okay? And you want to set that with our hello, okay? You want this, set field by name, the contact status by hello. I run the scripts, so let me go there. I run the script. So far, so good. I have a hello, and everything fine, everything good, everything. Now I do. It's not status. This is our explanation, not status anymore. Change the name. Okay, no problem. I have my script here. So I want to say, how are you, right? And that's what I want to say in this. And I click at Now I do this and this, nothing happened. And if I debug this, it says field is missing. Oh, what happened? It was just working before, and now it doesn't work. Yeah, because I changed studies to explanation. So I need to go there and change the name with explanation. Then if I do this, right, now it works. Bam. So that means, oh, okay, set field by name is a piece of bleep, okay? Because, oh, if I rename a field, let's get, yeah, but that's a way to prevent that to happen, okay? Now you need to learn about another stuff to do. And you say, now I want to get the field name. And that's why FileMaker invented this function. So I want to get the field name of this field. So here, look what happened. So this definitely works, definitely works. Actually, let's do something like that. Get UU. Then we see something changing. See, it works. Still working. See, still working. Still working. No problem. Now I'm going here and I'm saying this is status bag or whatever, whatever name. I change it and I go here. Keep working. Set field by name. Keep working. Keep working. Why? Because now it's set field, get the field name of the field, whatever. It changed automatically because before I was putting that with a quote as a text. This function get field by name, okay? Get field by name, return the name of the field that is inside here. So it sounds like, what the heck is this, right? Why I need to get a field name asking the field name? Oh, yeah, because that's what this function is for. This function is whatever the name of this field, it will change automatically. Okay, so now you have a set field by name, and you get the thing not broken. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about Kyle. I'm not going to talk SQL now. Case and function are great. So now let's talk about things more exciting. Okay, this was okay. So now you know how to use set field by name, which is okay, which is great, because here why we use set field by name. Okay, let's say I have a button, okay, and I want to set field, okay, and I want to perform this script, okay, and I'm not going to say set the get field name. I'm going to say get, you guessed it, get script parameter, okay. So it's no longer the script that decides what field I want to go. So here I want to set field first, okay, for example. Here I want to set field last, and here I want to set field whatever, okay. So here I'm saying get field name. In the parameter, I said I want first name. Now, here I'm saying this script, I want the get field name, and I want last name. Okay, and this is get field name. So I put the field name, the get field name, into the script parameter. So look what happened. Let's create a new record. It's empty. And I want to say, I want to put a UUID. Here what happened. Look this. One script, okay? One script. First name, last name, whatever. One script, okay? So you can have one script, and the parameter will tell you what to put. So now, what you can get, you can expand that, extend that, so you have, that's why, I have plenty of scripts that are universal. I call that universal scripts, that are, you can copy paste in another solution and they work. They all work. And I can reuse and reuse and reuse the same script to do the same thing, depending, and it's context independent, because this can work also here. Look, I can say this. I go to projects, okay, and I want to set the title of project. So I'll say this title, okay. I just copy paste title, bam, that's it, easy. See, same script. I didn't even change the script, right? So this is kind of cool, okay. So so that was title, okay. So let's go somewhere now a little bit, the level upper, okay, upper level. Bam. So what is the most wanted and the most desired and the most obscure is the freaking navigation, okay, meaning name of layouts and go to layout and stuff like that. So if you have a go to layout that is hard coded, okay, that's very easy. You have a button here and you say you want to go, you want to go, you want to go to layout, and you say layout, you want to go to projects, okay, and you say that go to projects. That's fine. That's okay. That's perfect. This button is going to a project. No problem. You see, I'm in project. No problem. This will always go to project, and that is great. But it's static. It's monolithic. It's engraved in the marble. Nothing will change unless you go there, you click here, and you change the layout. Okay. So once again, this is bulletproof, simple. This is the first level, okay? Level number one. Level number two, you say, okay, I want something that I can predict, okay? I want something I can say, okay, I want to go to project, okay? Okay, so you click here, see, I select, I want to go to project, target layer name, okay, and I go to project. I'm in project, fine, it's perfect. I want to go to perfect. It's perfect. It works perfectly well. And, because I said new window and I go to the layouts by name, layout by name, and I put whatever the name I put in this field. So whatever project, it goes there. Okay. So what happened is when, project doesn't, the layout doesn't name, it's not project, it's project name. What happened? Well, if I say I want to go to projects, doesn't work. I'm in account. I'm not in project. It doesn't go because it can't find it. It can't find it. It say here, go, and you have a message here, layout is missing. Can't find it. It just stay in account. It doesn't go to project. If I say project new, now I'm going to project new, right? So always, so now what you need to do, if you change the name of the layout here, you need to go everywhere in the solution and fix this, okay? You will say, okay, never mind, that's cool, well, I can do it. Yeah, if you have a solution like I work on, and that is a week of work, and you're not even fixing all of them, okay? So then I say, okay, Nick, yeah, I have the solution. Yeah, I'm very, I'm much brighter than you, much brighter. And I go by number. Ha, what about this? What about this? I want to go to the layout number 3. BEMO, I'm going to project, whatever the name, I can change the name, whatever the name, that's fantastic, I'm bright, I'm great, I'm super good. Yeah, I change the name and still I'm going to project. I want to go to the number 2, I'm still going to contact. That's fantastic. Yeah, but no, see, it still have breaked here. This is wrecked, this is wrecked. Why? It's because, you see, as I want to go, I said that to go to the layout number, to go to project is number 3. This is hard coded. The layout The layout is number 3, is in the marble. I'm secured, I'm bright, I'm good, I'm the best. Okay. And somebody like me, the developer, goes there and say, okay, you know what? I don't like this arrangement here. I want contact like this. You know, I want to change the order of this. I don't like it. So now number 3, oh, I'm in contact now. Why? What happened? Why am I in contact? I said I want number 3. I was bulletproof. I was sure it was project. Yeah, no. Project is number 2. Project is number 2. It's not number 3 anymore. Number 3 is contact. So the go-to layout by number is breakable as is, because it brings you to whatever, you know. You see here, you have 2 choice: hard-coded layout names, calculation, name by calculation, number by calculation. And you say, I want to go to the layer number 3. Yeah, you told me to go to the layer number 3. But look this, I did that on purpose. Layout number 1 is layout. Okay, the layout number 1 is account. Sorry, account is layout number 1. So now I'm changing this. I'm doing this. Now it's layout number 3. It's not layout number 1. Why? Because I changed the order. So the number of the go to layout by number is subjected to the order in the layout list. So you say, okay, Nick, this is blip. It's a piece of blip because it's wreckable all the time. You create a folder, you put your layout in a folder, you change this. I mean, it's breakable like yeah, it is. So, but FileMaker, you know FileMaker, right? They love things breakable. Okay. So that's why I'm here, to tell you how not to break that. Okay. So far we did all the things. Hard-coded, we saw it works, but it's boring and it's monolithic, and you have one button. The button is dead. The button is not predictable. Okay. I mean, it's not changed. You can change it. Okay. Now we say the layout name. Yeah, if you change it by layout name, yeah, no problem. You say you put a name here, no problem. You change the layout name and it's broken. And then you say, oh yeah, I'm super bright. I put the layout number and it goes straight to the layout number. Yeah, but if you change the order of layouts in the layouts list, you are blipped. You are blipped. Okay. So now there's one green. I want to go to the layout number 20, number 16. Number 16 is contacts, right? So now I want to rename contacts. Still contact. Now I want to change the order. Still contact. How that works. Okay, so now you need to learn lean design concepts. Okay, and then you will have the explanation. So how that works. FileMaker has something that I'm showing that right now. Oh yeah, you see, I deleted see, everywhere I deleted this is broken. See, I deleted the script I need, and now everywhere is broken. So I'm going to explain what I'm showing you for layout is valid for value list and it's valid for scripts, which is great. So now, so you saw how this broken and this broken, and okay. So you can go by layout numbers. You can go by layout name. I mean, you can, but it's breakable. So we're here to break FileMaker, right? But also we're here to not break it. That's the goal. So here, what FileMaker has a function that is hidden and nobody knows about it, and it's pity. It's layouts IDs. What the layout ID? This is not the layout number. It's a layout ID. And actually, I did the 35, 26, and 16 on purpose, because each time you create a layout, it counted 1. Create the layout. or you duplicate a layout. Duplicate, 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 duplicate. So now you see here, you have all those. It creates an ID. It counted 1, 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. But even though I'm deleting those, right? And then I continue duplicated. So see now you go there, go back there. The next one won't be 35. The next one will be whatever the last one it was before. It keep going. Keep going. It keep counting. It never go back. That means an ID now is 60, you know? It's not 35, it's 60, 61, 62, 63, 60. So you see, so an ID as soon as you created the layout, you have the ID, and then nobody else, no other layout will get this number anymore. Even if you delete it, it's over. This number is no longer available, and no other layout will have the same number. Okay, it will keep going the serial number up, up, up. It will never. So the layout number, not the ID, the layout number, yeah. Whatever the layout number, whatever the layout here, this is layout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I do this, if I delete this, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see? And if I change the order, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like it's reflowing like this. Okay. So let's clean up. Okay. So now you got the concept of the layout ID. Okay. So now we have the layout ID. It's super simple. I have the layout ID. So I put the layout name in front of you to make sure that project is 35, contact is 16, and account is 26. And if I change the order of the layout here, you know, see, and I refresh this, it changed the order as well, 26, 16, 35, you know. And if I do this, okay, see, it was 26, 16, 20, 35, and it reflow 35, 16, 26. So, even though the ID changed, I don't care why. It's because here how it works. I say I want to go to the 16. Okay, the 16 is the layout number 2. In this order, we know that we have no other possibility to go to a layout by its name or its layout number. Okay. Now, what I want to know is the position of the 16 in the list. It's the second position. So I bet you a lunch that if I go here, free lunch, that if I say go to layout and I say by number and I say I want to go to the layer number 2, I bet my lunch that I'm going to open contact CCCCV. I'm in CCCCV. Now, I bet my lunch that here, okay, if I go to the if I go to the layout number 2, I'm going to account, okay, because it's the account. But let's say I want to put project in the layout number 2. So if I go layout number 2, you know, I will open now the project. I'm in project. So why? It's because we go by number. So if I reflow, we go, but now it reflows also the ID. So here what you do. Picture this. Very simple. Lean design. You need to know, here you have the layout ID, and we know that the layout ID reflows with the order of the layout in the managed layout, okay? Now, what I want to get the value position, right, of the layout 16 in my list. It's number 1. So I'm using this. I know the 16 is number one, and it's true. Now, if I change the, if I refloat this and I put that on the number three, now it's number three. The position 16, the ID 16 is number three. I just told you that an ID will be stuck to the layout until you delete the layout. So the layout 16 will always be that layout, the layout count, whatever the name, whatever the position, it will always be the layout ID 16. Just in the list reflows. I just show you the list reflows as you change the position of layouts. So now I can just get the number, the position in the list. Where is this position? And I get the layout number. This is the first layout, the first number one, number two, number three. Okay. And guess what? Let's now, I create a new layout, right? Create a new layout. Here. I create a new layout. Okay. New layout. Okay. Whatever. It's a new layout. I don't know his name. I don't care his name. Okay. I don't give a damn of his name. Okay. I know that the new layout is the ID number 67. I want to go to the 67. I bet my lunch, my dinner, that this goes to the new layout. So now, questions. The MBS plugin is a great way to see layout IDs without a custom function. The plugin, yeah, but it's a plugin. I never use plugin at all. I'm not a plugin guy. I mean, yeah, I understand. I perfectly understand, but I have my own custom function, and they're great. So you don't need to learn to use a plugin. You need to think about put the plugin, and then after that you have a FileMaker 19.2.0.1 that breaks the plugins, and then you have to wait until Monkey Braid fix the plugins. And no, I'm not doing. I mean, look, I'm not talking. We're talking about FileMaker, and I'm not a plugin guy. I'm sorry, right? It's
Okay.
I know.
So,
yeah.
So so Jake Shealy is pretty up to speed on that. The most commonly used plugins for people who hate plugins are base elements. It's generally pretty reliable. Nick Orr is a pretty top-notch guy. It's also why we use his base elements product. MBS mostly is good. There've been times before when it did some wild stuff and caused problems, but I think you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to use plugins unless there's a real serious need for it, right? So
especially that you have a guy like me that is going to give you for free awesome custom function. You don't even need to think about it. Okay. So because Monkey Bread is not solving everything. You still have some stuff because I'm going to work both ways. So that's a good opportunity to show you something. Because it's great. You can see the ID, but Monkey Bread is not going to give you the name of the layout by its ID. I don't think so. I never use Monkey Bread, so I'm talking in the air like this. So I don't like to talk about plugins because I don't use them. So because I have my function here and there, so I want get layout. So I have two. I want the layout name of the ID number 67. Okay. Okay, it's new layout. Now I want the get layouts number, okay, of 67. Okay, it's the layout number 4. So no need of Monkey Bread. You just need to import this into the. I'm not mad at all. With Jake, I'm just mad at all. I mean, I just say that I'm not a plugin guy because here I don't see the necessity of. If you need Monkey Bread plugin for something else, that's great. But here I think it's like swatting a mosquito with an atomic bomb. But it's because it's very.
Fighting,
it's
swatting a mosquito with an atomic bomb. Yes, 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 yes.
okay. So it's very simple, and my stuff is very kind of cool here. You need actually you need those those free you need those free value those free function here. Get value position, get layout number, and get layout num. Okay, because those custom function are calling another custom function. Okay, so which is okay. You don't, but because pretty much what I encourage you guys is to select all of those and to import them in your solution, to import them all. Because now I'm going to show you something that is very interesting. Because we were talking about a lot about we were talking about navigation and here navigation. So let's say you have this, you have a navigation here. Okay, you have a navigation, and you have a navigation. Okay, so contacts, accounts, right? What Monkey Brain doesn't do is this. I say project, and I say, hey, a project new, and I said account Nick, right? And so see, my button here is following and still working. Okay, so now let's pitch this. That will put your ravioli a little bit in ebullition. Okay. I have no script here. This is no script. See, I have no script. This script here, it was for the demo, and this is for the demo as well. It's setting variable. It's not doing anything for that. So I don't have a script here. No script, 0. Okay. And so let's create a new file. Brand new file, brand new. And I said new file. Okay. So, and in this file, this new file that is here, let me bring it here. And see, I have a new file here. And I have layout number 1. And I have, let's duplicate this. Layout number 2. Okay. Duplicate this. Layout number 3. Free layout. Okay. Like I said, I import my import custom function. I'm importing my nice good custom function here that are in go to layouts, and I'm importing the okay, I'm import them all. Don't want to import them all. So I import my custom function, no script, okay, no field, nothing. Okay, I copy this from that file to this one. And I paste this in number 1, in number 2, and in number 3. Number 1, 2, 3. It works. I rename the file, the layouts, new, Nick, and something I love to do, because I'm a guy like this. Here. So you rename and still working. Okay, so you have a universal, go to a universal navigation button bar. Okay, that you put there, copy paste, no scripts, no field, nothing. The name is flowing. The go-to layout works, and you can do something that is great, right? You can do this. Let's say, yeah, you say, Nick, yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. But I want the layout 2 to be in the first. Okay, yeah, you know what? It's very simple. So what you do, you select this, and you move it here. Of course, always, when I want to do that, it doesn't work. Okay, so you reverse those, okay? So you copy this now, reversed, and you replace this one here, and you replace this one here. So now, because now the number 2 is there, and number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. So you can reflow the position of the layout, right? And you can just do this. So it's how it works, but it's just very simple. First of all, I'm getting the layout name, by this. But this, for example, this is what my get layout name you know do for you, you know, my custom function. But here is I kept that way because then you can understand what's going on here. You get the layout number, so you get my function get layout number, and then you put that. And here you said you get the layout name, and then you put that. This is my function here. This is my custom function, and you put that in the custom function. You want the value 1 of the layout list, you know. So but you don't need to understand how it works. But I want to show you how not to rake this for the navigation with the layout names, okay? And the layout, and then you have a go to layout thing. So if you have question, I have a problem, I can email Christian and we'll reply. Okay, you know, I mean, I'm not mad at all. You can use MBS.
Yeah, I mean, to help everyone out here, we have different speakers here. We've had Jesse Barnum here from 360 Works. We've had Nicholas Orr on Base Elements. We haven't had Christian because I'm sure to bring not our Christian, but the Christian that owns Monkey Bread. It's a different Christian Schmidt. He's in Europe somewhere. I'm sure he would try to charge me for him to even be here, right? He wants me to buy his stuff, promote his stuff, and then if I brought him here, he'd probably want me to cut him a check. So I mean, we could try to bring him here if you want. I'm not sure what things he would cover over the course of 1 hour, but it'd be interesting to have that. I have no problem with that. It's different strokes for different folks, right? So there you go. So
yeah. So so if you don't have any question, that's great. So I want to, that's a great opportunity here to show you something about lean design, okay? Because when I was in one file of one of my customer, I found this custom function here. This one, okay? I think I nuked the name of the guy, yeah. So because I don't want the name of the guy to look bad, but I want to explain what happens when you don't know to use the right function where it should be, you know. Like for example, those are is kind of very easy to understand. You know, you have the target layout ID, and then you know the layout IDs are all the IDs, all the names, right? So and then you get the value position on this, and you get value of this. It's nothing very complicated here. But here, I have my own get value position, and that is one that was in the file of my customer. And here, what happened? So first of all, when you use abbreviation, it starts to be unreadable. What the PLP and PVP, I don't know what that means. I mean, you know, it's PLP. Okay, so that is start to be unreadable because you PLP, the pos, the segment. Okay, the val pos. Okay, the value list position. The value position, the segment, the position. Okay, so this is great, but why this? You know, those two things. What is this? What is carriage return and this and carriage? Why this? Okay, why do this? And why to put a pattern count where pattern count is one of the smallest, the slowest function that you should avoid to use if you have to. Okay. Because pattern count, if you have 10,000 records, 10,000 value here, pattern count, you have the spinning wheel for 2 minutes with this.
You know, what'd be interesting is they come up with a list of the functions and like, you know, like fast, not even like comparison against each other, but what's faster versus what's slower, right? Because I mean, yeah. we've never really, not so much we're trying to solve a specific problem, but across a larger found set of records. Yeah. You know, what's faster and what's because that would be interesting. I would
yeah, I'm going to talk about that soon, about the large found set stuff, and this is part of it, because see the pattern count here, what is doing here, why is doing this? Okay, so why? So that we can take 2 minutes for that. So let's say I have a list. I have a list of things. I have a list. Okay, so let's say I have a list. Okay. And the list is the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my list, okay? And I want to count. So the list is this. That was the list returns, okay? sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to count this. I have two things to do. I can say pattern count this, and I count how many carriage return, or you use this. Okay, so, and this was wrong. It's not 4, it's 5. Capish? And that is the reason why he added the extra carriage return, because that's wrong. That doesn't work. It doesn't count the last one because it counts the carriage return. So if you say this, if you look this, hear what he said. He said there's one carriage return here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because there's no carriage return after the 5. The value count, oops, sorry. Oh. The value counts, I need to write it again. Okay, list equal lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay. So, and so the lists, so the value count here, the value count on this is the FileMaker function that being created to count the values. So why you want me to use the pattern count, add an extra carriage return? What, because the person that created that custom function didn't know about the value count, which is there since the prehistory of FileMaker. Okay. So and what will make your ravioli in evolution is that because you have count also, okay, but counts doesn't work on lists. See, count work on related record. On related record, value count doesn't work on a related record unless okay. That is what I'm going to explain the next time I'm going to talk about the large data set. Okay.
Yeah, because we're kind of running out of time here is the problem. Yeah.
So. But that's the point. It was a great opportunity for me to show you that how you can get a custom function that is not so bad, not so good, and you have a good one where I said here I use the value count. I don't use, so it's very simple. Right? I don't need the extra carriage returns, and I don't need that, right? So so this is very important to learn how to use the right. So maybe there's a plugin for that too. I don't know, but you obviously you cannot use a plugin for everything, right? So so it is important, even though you have the plugin. I encourage you to learn how this has been done. For example, from scratch, using the basic FileMaker function, because then you learn FileMaker. You don't rely on a plugin, because sometimes you learn something like this and then you can apply for other things, because you learn the technique. You don't just learn how to stick a hammer, to stick a nail in the wall. The hammer can do much more than that. Okay. So you know what I mean? So it's important that you put the plugin aside and you start learning FileMaker, which is the topic of the channel.
All right, interesting stuff. So tomorrow, what are we gonna? I mean, basically, we're trying to figure out what we're doing for tomorrow. I'm gonna flip back to screen here, Nick, on you a little bit. So I'm here as well. So what do we want to do tomorrow, Nick? Tomorrow's like an open Friday kind of Q&A and sample files. And no one sent me any sample files. I don't know that you have any sample files. So the question is, what do you...
I'm going to send you, I have this one that I just, this one here, go to layout with our...
And we have Jacob coming back to answer any residual server questions, which are great. Lobster says going native is always better if it's possible. Going native, yeah.
Yeah, we can have that's a conversation that we can have maybe another day. about the plugin. Why, for example, a guy like me doesn't use and doesn't feel the necessity? Maybe because I know FileMaker very well, so I don't need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you've got an unfair advantage, Nick. I mean, that's why you're
Yeah.
here. A, you're a great speaker, but B, you were hanging out down there for so much that you have a lot of knowledge. A lot of people, unless they've been doing it like coding every day for 30 years, they don't know every little widget that's in the product. So
Yeah, but the primary, okay, and that's a very good discussion, because that's exactly the same thing I'm telling the people to learn anything. For example, if you don't learn to write and you rely only on the grammatical kind of program that fixing your spelling, your grammatical and stuff like that, you will never learn to speak English. You will never learn. You need to learn to speak and to write without the corrector, without the spelling or Grammarly or whatever software you need. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you will never learn. So if each time you do something with FileMaker, you rely on something that overcome you to learn how FileMaker works natively. This is a disadvantage that you will face up very, very soon.
keep in mind that the plugin stuff is not really supported on Cloud 2. So some of you are like, oh, you can take a plugin and use it everywhere. So Kyle Williams is busy trying to sell the shit out of. I guess Kyle Williams works for Goya, which is totally great. So that's great. He's trying to sell the shit out of base elements. Yeah, it's just like everyone has their different opinion on stuff. And I think most
Yeah.
of if I brought in 20 senior engineers in here from RCC, I would say 17 of them will use base elements, and then there'll
Yeah,
be Nick and
that,
three.
yeah, yeah.
But they don't have Nick's breadth of experience, right? So they're going to get it done. It'll work fine. And the performance will be fine. And there's more than one way to abolate your ravioli or whatever the hell Nick says. Or no one, by the way, no one knows what ravioli abolition is or whatever you say. No one knows. What that is.
Okay, so it's a sentence from the second movie of Matrix.
Ravioli
Uh,
abolition is not in the Matrix. I know. I've watched that movie many times.
Yeah, the ravioli, like we put your ravioli in ebullition. That is in the second Matrix. I'm going to find it.
Yeah, you did. You find that for us? Because no one knows what the hell. We were having a conversation. No one knows what the hell you're talking about.
The ravioli means the brain.
We got. The rest of it we don't. You know,
Okay.
you can shake your ravioli or jar your ravioli. We understand that, but I'm not sure what that other word is. So, net lobster. No one wants to admit that they ate 9 cans of ravioli. I love ravioli. Ravioli is a great way to become 400 pounds if you're not careful. So yeah, the rest of us who are lighter than we used to be, we stay away from the really good stuff. So Nick, are you good? On your end? Tomorrow
I'm
we have
fine.
no idea what we're doing. We have no idea what we're doing. So tomorrow will be Friday with Q&A, assuming that anyone has any questions or answers. Yeah, but I'm not doing PDFs tomorrow because I have to. Listen, you guys. When I pick a topic, we have to notify Claris, and they get 2 weeks advance notice. So the earliest it would be booked would be in 2 weeks, right? So I've got to look at the calendar and schedule that, right? I mean, if you want to ask questions about PDFs tomorrow, that's fine, but we will come back and deal with that topic in a more structured way, okay? So I don't mind tomorrow. Nick, are you prepared to talk about PDF generation and PDF problems and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, no. Actually, it's a topic that I'm talking all the time with some customers because they have problem on the PC side, and also there's a problem with. Yeah, that's a good topic. What
Okay,
you want tomorrow?
Well, Moki wants to do it. Oh shit! I owe Moki $1. I said his name. Trademark Moki. Shit. So yeah. So why don't we plan on Moki asking questions tomorrow? I'm getting my money out so I get prepared to pay Moki. Okay, Moki, I'm gonna put $5 out. That way I can say shit. Now I said Moki 3 times. Now I'm down. I got 2 left, and then my $5 is burned up. So I always like people who trademark their words so you can't actually say them. So yeah, awesome. Cool. Getting PDFs to consistently depending upon the browser installed on the PC. Yeah, well, welcome to the world of Windows, right? Now you understand that you guys are asking a Mac guy about PDFs. That might be that's like asking Nick what's his favorite plugin, right?
No, no. I know very well the problem because PDF I'm fixing all, but there's many problems in FileMaker as well. You know, it's not just the PC version. Okay, there's some weird stuff happening in FileMaker as well, and you can screw up your stuff very, very easily.
All right, well, you might want to research a little bit. So we'll have Nick cover that tomorrow. I'm not sure I will be here. We'll have Jacob Taylor here as well. So between these two people, they can run the broadcast and keep you gameplay entertained. Awesome. By the way, don't forget sample of videos and welcoming people. We've put a promotion together. Invite people to come to our live streams. That'd be really great. Don't forget to do it. Get an iPhone. Get it nice and close to your face. Right? Get the camera going. Hi, I'm Gadidi, and I'm so beautiful. And if you want to be beautiful like me, you have to come to fmtraining.tv. Welcome. And I will scramble your raviolis for you. So. All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. Woo! It's almost Friday, baby.
Yeah.
And the guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected, the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Trying to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap, stands in, throws it left for Amendola, reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10, rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.